Also, the New York Times, breaking news within the last hour in their continuing series of reporting based on the president's tax returns and financial documents that they obtained. According to the Times tonight, President Trump has a previously undisclosed bank account in China. The Trump business entity that holds that secret Chinese bank account is called Trump International Hotels Management. That entity, in turn, owns something called THC China Development. It's a Trump company with a Chinese bank account. That company, mysteriously, according to the Times, showed a huge spike in revenue out of the blue in 2017, right after Trump was sworn in as president. The revenue spike was, according to the Times, $17.5 million. That's more revenue that had come into that company in the previous 5 years combined. But Trump became president. All of a sudden, there was this huge new unexplained influx of money into that company with this Chinese bank account. It comes in from who knows where, but it goes out as cash into the president's pocket. After that $17.5 million windfall from nowhere once he became president, President Trump took that out as cash. He took $15.1 million of it out for himself in 2017 once he was president. The Times also reporting that FBI agents appeared at the offices of a company that was used as the business address for Chinese buyers who spent millions of dollars to buy 11 different Trump properties in one Trump hotel, also in 2017, the year he became president. The Times also reporting that, again, in 2017, right after he became president, the president found himself suddenly enriched. His tax documents apparently show that he made more than $5.5 million in profit, selling Jared and Ivanka's former penthouse apartment in New York to a person with high-level connections to the Chinese government. Person with high-level connections to the Chinese government paid enough for that apartment that the president himself cleared more than $5.5 million on the deal right after he became president. Remember when he was trying to run against, Beijing Biden? Remember that minute? He was trying to run against Biden as somehow being soft on China? And the Times tonight is reporting that President Trump took nearly $25 million cash from sources linked to China and the Chinese government, including a previously secret Chinese bank account, just in the first year he was in office as president. Did I mention it's 2 weeks until the election, 2 weeks until we decide as a country whether we will change course or keep this president in place for another 4 years? 2 weeks.